Dre, it's your boy T Duck, aka Quack Roof for the Ladies Drink Come True. How everybody this fine evening. I'm just gonna give my little intake and my opinion and my views and everything are expressed are mine solely. I do not represent any organization or entity at this time. But it seems to me that there's a lot of preying on people's ignorance out in these YouTube streets. So allow me to be the voice of reasoning for this moment in time, because it seems to me that people are trying to capitalize off the incarceration of a particular brother, to which they're talking about bonding him out and things of that nature, trying to gather our fundings for the bondage. But we all have been through that with the getting people out of jail scams. We dealt with that with Cookie and all that other stuff. Or people was talking about they trying to bail Cookie out, and we all know the funds just got swindled. But in all actuality, it's better just to put money on his books, because he has to survive in there. He has to be able to. I mean, nutritionally, they give you what? They give you eggs in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. They wake you up. They give you 2 eggs and a sandwich, and then you don't eat again until lunch. And then once again, it's more sandwiches, bologna sandwiches, and then after that, they give you the meal around 4:30. You get a meal. So that's how it is. So people usually get money put on their books, and with that they could order food from the commissary, get you some soups, get you some coffee. Coffee is currency in there. um you could also, what's up, Killer B? I see you, big bro. um you can get you some coffee, you can get you noodles. It's all types of variety of things. You can get you some sandals, you can get you some hair products. I mean, they practically got everything for you at an outrageous price. Like, one pack of noodles is like 85 cents. But at the end of the day, you bust a spread with everybody. Y'all put your little whatever you got together. Whether you got you some, dry beans, you get you some jalapenos, whatever the case, man. It helps sustain you. You know what I'm saying? It helps you feel normal. So if you really want to help somebody, you put some money on their books. Now, the whole thing about the bonding out, who I would ask the first question: who is going to be on the line for 120 racks? Even though you bond them out at 12K, yes, but somebody is on the line for the remainder of that balance, that 90%. You get what I'm saying? So who is, after y'all pay the 12K, who is signing that paperwork saying if he does not show up or appear, if he skips bail, who is going to own that 180? I mean, not 180, but 108K debt. And I don't think nobody really ain't ready to do that. Salt, I see you. What's up, Playboy? So the whole thing is, take your twos and fews, and if you care about the dude, put it on his books. You got his so-called homie, which I say is a fake friend, because as soon as Rob met his demise, he attached himself to Tracy, and at this time, Tracy is an ownership of his jewelry and his items, his persons. You know what I'm saying? So his personal effects. So with that, you know, how you gonna be as grown as you is and not know what to do with his personal effects? This is It's a slew of things you could do with his personal effects. You said you've been to his auntie's house. You have his address. You could just mail it to his address. I mean, it's plain and simple. You could turn it into the county jail. They'll put it in a brown manila folder, one of those big ones, all his effects. And if it's bigger than what the brown manila folder can contain, they'll put it in a plastic bag, tie it up, and give it to him on his release date. There's nothing that's going to be stolen or anything of that nature. But I like how people play it. They play dumb when they really, really out to get. And the whole scenario was he did too much. He did too much in that lady face, and that lady took action, and she won. He was playing checkers. She played chess. It's as simple as that. Regardless of the fact, the situation remains that that's not really even an issue that I want to talk upon. I want to talk upon the situation with the scams as far as earning money for him. Because if y'all was true friends, y'all wouldn't have let him get in this situation in the first place. Yeah, he a grown man, but so what? Grown men make mistakes. Grown men still need guidance and help, and that's what friends are for. To be that ear of reason and logic towards your brother and your fellow man. So the whole thing is, I possibly might go up there. You know what I'm saying? I might go up to Sat tomorrow at 1 o'clock is when he's supposed to have his arraignment to see whether what he gonna plead, and then whether he even applicable for bail. Sometimes when you make terroristic threats and things of that nature, they deny you bail because they feel like you're gonna take vengeance on the person that you threatened. So some crimes don't allow you, even though you have a bail, they could be like no bail hold for the simple fact that you appear to be a threat. And trying to excuse drunkenness and all that stuff. If you shoot me, whether I'm sober or I'm drunk, you're still shooting the same person. So all this, well, he a different person when he drinks. No, that is not an excuse. Whether I'm drunk or sober, you shoot me, I am still the same person getting shot. So that is a part of his character and who he is. So stop trying to make faulty conclusions about who he is. But yeah, sorry about that. I had to talk to my son real quick. But at the end of the day, we have to look at who's who. And right now, everybody that he rode with is looking real shady, trying to capitalize off his demise. And was it set out that for every Venom? Because the dude he hung with the hardest, remember, they had a situation with Cat. And I think that was some Brutus Caesar type situation going on with them too. It was like he hung around him and he endured the torture so that he can, at the end, dismantle the brother or help him crash out, so to speak. Because the whole KK thing, they was dealing with her at the same time. But she told me not to talk on that stuff, so I ain't gonna say no more to it. It's a whole lot of mess. And I blame YouTube because YouTube took a perfectly fine bum doing what he was doing, and y'all basically made his life worse. Like, why would you? He was already down and out. Like, he had nothing. He had nothing already, and now it's just. I mean, he had a job at least. At least that was something he could take pride in, and y'all just took that from him. But I can't blame YouTube because you have to be accountable for your actions. So the majority of blame goes on him, but some of the blame goes on YouTube and what y'all do to people for y'all entertainment. There's no such thing as a shock jock at the capacity of talking about harming children, harming women, you know, racial slurs and things of that nature. That's not shock jocking. That's just being utterly ignorant. And for his ignorance, he's going to have to serve some time. Sit down. Now, people talking about, well, it's good because he get the detox. No, he going to be out there tricking for Pruno. You got to understand, they make alcohol in jail. And for those who know how to make it, they usually try to corner the market, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Whatever car is running things at that moment in current time in that facility, they usually gonna be the ones that got the Pruno. You know what I'm saying? They frown upon outside people trying to make their own Pruno and things of that nature. They make sure that, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be a sales search and that shit gonna get taken, or they gonna straight out step to you and be like, hey, don't mess with our business. Yeah, so it's rough in there and it's hard, but like when you able to bust spreads and get down with I mean, you could be a neutron, don't get me wrong, you ain't gotta you don't have to get in a car with nobody, but you could be a neutron. But it's definitely difficult, and definitely if you have vices and you are in need of things that are considered contraband, you're gonna have to deal with somebody. And if you racking up a tab, you racking up a tab, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna get you hurt in a real way. COs ain't gonna be able to save you from none of that. Because in actuality, the inmates run this facility. I mean, I just hope and pray that, he learned his lesson. Like I said, this YouTube stuff that I went through with him, it was disheartening, but at the same time, it wasn't reality. Because I knew he wasn't gonna run up on me or do anything like that. I knew, like, his character, like, he said he gonna go outside. Oh, if officer so and so come up to me, they know not to come up in here. That's gonna be the last time they see the officer. But in reality, what we see, what I do? What's wrong? He put his hands behind his back. He was compliant than a motherfucker. But that's what I'm saying. Y'all buy into these personas. Y'all buy too much into these personas and what people try to create themselves to be, rather than try to see the person for who they is and accept them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be themselves because they feel like they won't be accepted. But if you can't be accepted by being yourself, then you're not in the right place. Don't be lazy. Yeah, he was crying and all and some more shit. Like a little, that's what I'm saying. That the whole everything about how he was moving was infeminized. He get hit by a woman, he run to the bathroom. But I'm supposed to be, isn't it, man, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. But whatever case, I mean, just watch out for these frauds, man. These frauds is trying to play us for suckers, and they not really trying to help this man. You can't help this man from Florida talking about you gonna collect up, and there's people willing to put money for it. You lying. Whenever you can't put a name on something, and we can't verify it, if you were true to what you were saying, you would have those people on your panel saying that they are ready to contribute. But you're not gonna do that. It's always, oh, so and so, and they ready to support and do this. Like, that's scam. Yeah, he shouldn't have never played with that quarta, but you know what I'm saying? That's part of his persona. He think that makes him a gangster. He think the gun makes you gangster. The gun doesn't make you gangster. What makes you gangster is your mentality. You know what I'm saying? How you get, how you getting it, how you live. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster. Having a gun don't make you gangster. Having a gun just makes you a person with a gun. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody behind the trigger of a gun is a killer. I mean, let's really talk about it. But at the end of the day, it's like, what's your motivation to go out there and do what you're doing? You doing it for show. You know what I'm saying? A gangster doing it for survival. You know, it's a little bit more complex than that, but basically a gangster doing it for survival, and they know that's gonna be the root of their death too. But they don't know no better. They don't know no better, so that's what they do. But they don't advocate. At least the real gangsters I know, they don't advocate. They be like, "This how I'm living," and you know what I'm saying. I hope you don't make the same choices I made because this ain't the way. But this is my life. Yeah, it's crazy. Yup, exactly. Line up and knock off TV. Yup. How somebody else gonna tell your story? He ain't even reached out to this month. He ain't even. I bet you ain't even sent him a kite yet. Man, first thing I do when one of my partners go to jail is get out that little pen and pad. You know what I'm saying? Go. If I ain't got no stamps, either me or wifey going to the store to get some stamps or something and some envelopes. It's like, man, first thing you sending them a kite. Hey, keep your head up. I know you down. You know, I mean, if you're a criminal, don't say nothing. That's frowned upon. Always keep, follow your lit. Keep your head up. Don't be like accepting anything in there from anybody. You know, unless they wanted the comrades, unless they wanted the rallies. Then it is what it is. But at the same time, you got to be on your p's and q's. Because it ain't nice in there, and ain't no. I mean, stay clean. You know what I'm saying? Respect the cell. You know what I'm saying? When you program, don't be programming in front of everybody. You know, just writing down some stuff just for them to have, so to keep their heads up in the spirit. I'll go to Barnes and Nobles, you know what I'm saying, get a couple books that they can read to keep their mind going. Stuff like that. That's what y'all need to be trying to do. Nah, why? Y'all, all it is money, 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 money. Y'all don't know what it even take to survive especially a California. I mean, I don't want to call it a county facility. Y'all don't even know what it takes to survive, man. Y'all basing it off what y'all go through in Florida and Texas and other places like that, man. This is a different animal. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it like that. And then you're a felon, and you out here just being loose because of views, just because you getting some attention. Gangsters don't want attention. Gangsters can't move the way they move with attention. The only one that was successful in doing that was Meech, Big Meech. Other than that, gangsters didn't want attention. But needless to say, when you trying to be something, like you never was a gangster, bruh, and you trying to be a gangster at 40 something, of course you're gonna slip and fall and bruise your head because it ain't really in you, it's on you. It's just something you want to do, but it gotta be in you. You know what I'm saying? It got to be in your heart. And your heart was trying to be the best Hebrew Israelite. What was in your heart was trying to do things right. You have issues with women. You let that get the best of you, and you lost your way. Now you have time to try to find your way back. But I don't know how you're going to find your way back when the same people you was eating with is ready to eat off you. You know what I'm saying? Sold you away for slavery. They straight Joseph you out. You know what I'm saying? They got them shekels off you. Now, are you gonna rise like Joseph rose? Are you gonna become the king of Egypt now? That you see that you surrounded yourself by a gang of suckers and wannabes? Are you gonna really rep? And I don't get it. You talking about you from the trade? That's Oakdale. They whole motto is killer hoe. KAH. They even got songs. I kid you not. Look up Cold World Hustlers or 11-5, excuse me. They 11-5 featuring Cold World Hustlers and Big Mac, Killer Ho. They had songs like that. That was their mantra. So for you to be in the situation you in, it just behooves me. You a poor example of an Oakdale nigga. I'm just keeping it real, man. They don't want to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put something on your books. I'm gonna come up there and see what they do with you to get the footage and disperse it to the you know what I'm saying? I'm not a content creator, so all you content creators, when I put it up there, feel free to take it. I'm put it on my community wall, so it's easy access. Feel free to take it. I'm not a content creator, I repeat. So when I put information out there, it's for y'all to grab because I don't have y'all emails and shit like that. And if you want to be the first one with it, you just gotta be checking my community wall. Or you could give me your email or some shit like that, and I'll get it to you. But I'm definitely gonna go up there. They ain't gonna let me have my phone on, and I ain't trying to be slick, cause I ain't trying to get caught up in nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, if you could take my word for it, I'll let you know what they say. I'll film up and until I can't film no more. But I'll try to be up. I'm gonna talk to wifey and see if she'll allow me to go up there tomorrow. Around 1 o'clock, because that's when it's supposed to take place. And we just gonna see what's bracking up in that piece. You know what I'm saying? We about to see what's for real. And at the end of the day, he was acting like he got all these connections, and he with the he with the whatever the case, man. We know all that not true. He really need people because he wouldn't be spazzing and going so hard on YouTube like he do if he had people in his corner. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't waste his time trying to convince people on YouTube the way he do if he had people in his corner like that. So the dude is lonely. You know what I'm saying? His information out there. It's easy to write them letters if you care. It's easy to send them what you gonna call it. But look out for these. Like I said, I'm gonna put some money on this book because I know what it's like and what you need, and especially being from out of town, he got to deal with Sacramento politics. Sacramento politics is different from Bay Area politics. You know what I'm saying? They more like LA than they are like, us. So he really like an oddball out there. So he need to have like soups and things of that nature to survive. Because ain't nobody gonna be looking out for him like that. Especially when he talking about he cool with he and with the whatchamacallits, he think he gonna be rocking with the essays like that. That's a big no, man. You better leave them essays alone. Stick to your kind, man. Because if it kick off, you gonna be looking stupid. Oh, you the cartel. He say you with the cartel, man. Cut that dumb shit out. Cartel ain't slanging no damn weed. Everybody got weed out here. There's hella dispensaries. How you doing, beautiful Clyde Diva? I'm just up in these fools game up on the whole scams they trying to run about bailing him out. Like ain't nobody about to be putting themselves on the line for him for no 108K. Y'all think, oh, you just pay the bill and it's over with. Nah, somebody got to sign because you're only paying 10% of it. So somebody got to sign and say, if he don't show up, you can hold me responsible for that 108K I owe. Because it's 120. And that's the game, man. So, like I said, it's difficult surviving in these institutions out here because the politics change from everywhere you go. The politics in Bruno ain't, and that's where where people from the city go, ain't the same politics in Rita. That's where all the Oakland people go and the East Bay people go. It ain't the same as the one I forgot the one Pittsburgh and Richmond and all them go to. It ain't the same as that one. And then it's not the same, you know what I'm saying, as in Sacramento. It's all different. Different rules and regulations and how you get down. But one thing is for certain, you stick to your kind. You know what I'm saying? He probably played a religious card, but with that, you still gotta put forth. You know what I'm saying? That shit just don't get you in. It don't work like that. Like he don't need people collecting money for his whatchamacallit. He need money on his books. Oh, he got cooked earlier. I'm gonna have to go watch it out. Hey, I'm gonna go up there tomorrow, sis. I wish I had a way to contact you so I could give you the information, but you don't be trusting me. I ain't that type of dude. I mean, I find you attractive, but I know how to be cordial and respectful. And if you don't want me pushing up on you, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go up there at 1 o'clock and see what it's doing and put a couple of dollars on his books. Oh, Fillmore is where my mother and my father and them from. Fillmore is just another section of San Francisco. So you got the big major districts in San Francisco is Fillmore, uh, Hunters Point, and Visitation Valley, which is basically where Sunnydale is, and the Geneva Towers and stuff like that. So those are the big major sections. Oh, and Lakeview. Lakeview is another big area. So those are the four major sections. So yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, but hey, Miss Woody Reeves, good to see you, sis. The whole thing is they out here trying to scam y'all, talking about they gonna put money on it. I mean, they gonna bond them out, but and people in the black sector is with it. Point them out. Who's trying to help? Put them on your panel. Tell us what they ready to give and offer and all this stuff. You know why he lying? Because he making it ambiguous. You know, he making it a generalization. He not saying people. He ain't got no people that's really ready to donate and stuff. He just want to seem like he a good friend and at the same time line his pockets. But he ain't no good friend because he with the woman that lined them up. Like, how you gonna be with the woman that lined them up? How you gonna be with the woman that got your boy shit talking about I ain't got no problem with you? Like, please, if you don't give me his motherfucking, if you don't give me his personal effects, if you don't run that, if you don't take that to his peoples, man, we gonna have problems. Like, see, ain't nobody real no more. And then like, I'm on the dude panel, he letting Rex get at Witty like that, and I love Witty. Even though me and Witty talk cat shit day and night. At the end of the day, and that's why I left Witty. It wasn't like I was leaving you hanging. It was like I couldn't take no more because At that point, it was on some other shit. Like, you already know I'll go hard for Witty. So it was just that. Yeah. And it's funny how Factavius be clout chasing and you're the most undesirable dude on YouTube. Like nobody wants to deal with you. And that's why he fell in love with Rob, because Rob was the only one that would allow him, a space in a platform. But don't nobody deal with Octavius for too long. As soon as they get to know him and get under him, they leave him be. Like that's the worst. That's the worst part of the game, man. That's the worst part of the game. A sucker trying to make real niggas look bad. I can't stand that when suckers try to make a real nigga look bad. But I mean, I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time. I'm gonna let y'all get to these content creators. I appreciate everybody that came out, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm definitely gonna go up there. Clyde, when you go live again, I'll just put my email in your back chat or something, so that if you want to do the exclusive when I go up there and get the little info, I'm gonna keep my camera on as long as I can. But I ain't about to get myself in trouble trying to film this shit. But yeah, it is what it is. Um, y'all know, stay dangerous and don't be fools for these suckers, man. Half of these people. Oh, let me say this before I go. Like, the reason why I say YouTube did it because this dude's a real life bum. Like, the reason why he don't deal with women in our area, in our vicinity, is because they know he's a bum. Like, he's a literal bum. Like, bum. He's a bum. Y'all took this bum and y'all made him feel like he was the shit. So of course he gonna act as he not used to the attention. He not used to that. He not used to women wanting him to fly out and come see them and things of that nature. All this shit is new to him. He couldn't handle it. He thought he could. He thought that's the life he wanted. And that goes to show another lesson for y'all to learn. Everything you want may not be for you. You may not be able to handle having certain things that you desire. So just be appreciative of what you got. It's that simple. And with that, I'm out. I love y'all.